If you ever feel like you need food for your soul, turn on your radio and let the truth be told. Giving you the raw to keep you informed. Running it our way, our platform. Black excellence, a generation move. Give fuel to the youth until they minds like the room. B-Rock is the rebel. Spit knowledge, heat their game up like a kettle. Take it to another level. Nick at night, even in the daytime. The inspiration for the crew, he go hard for the grind. Hot Rod, the wisdom it'll kill them. Then wake they mind up, you have no choice but to fill them. 3 minds are better than one, the collective. 3 points of view for the one, our perspective. So put your fist up if you're with me. I ain't in the clan, but I brought my hood with me. Truth be told. Yo, we back again. Another episode of Truth Be Told Radio. I am your boy, B-Rock. Hell y'all talking about? Hot Rod in this piece.
Yep.
Ace Boogie back in this piece.
Hey.
Look, she wasn't even ready. She over there on her damn phone. And Tip back in this piece.
Hi.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick at night in the daytime. Unfortunately, he can't be with us in the daytime because he got in trouble.
Aww.
He might be on a punishment for the next couple of shows. So if y'all don't hear him in here with his regular thing, y'all go over to his page at Nick at Night.
Your boy.
Not the at sign, the AT. And holla at your boy. Go over there and leave him some love, man. Tell him y'all, hey, tell him he'll be able to go outside real soon. Anyway, man, today's show, we're going to get on respecting boundaries in a relationship. Now, people, we know that some people get comfortable and they don't know what the hell respect is. I know that goes on a lot in this generation. They don't really know what respect is on a lot of things. So. But respecting boundaries, it goes a long way in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? When they say treat others as you want yourself to be treated, or however they put it, do unto others, or however they put it.
Do unto others as you should have them do unto you.
Bam. See what I'm saying? Do you see how it happens when a man and a woman work together? She has my back.
The cohesiveness.
Exactly.
Big word.
Cohesive. Put the fingers together. She had my back. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they just lack that respect. Some people feel like you gotta accept me for who I am, and sometimes who you are is a fucked up person. Excuse my language, but that's what it is, Sometimes you have to compromise. Sometimes you have to grow. Change ain't bad all the time. Change can be good, Change can result into different things, So we're going to discuss that today, man. Have y'all ever been in relationships where the respect and the boundaries line was crossed?
I feel like in a relationship, I can be the disrespectful one because I can say things or I can try and push your buttons and I can cross that boundary.
But you do it for fun.
I do it when I'm mad.
She does it for fun.
She just told the truth. She said you do it for fun. I believe the friend.
She does it to see the reaction she's going to
get
out of you.
Okay, at the beginning, because I need to know what buttons
But then
to push.
when you push her buttons,
yeah, I'm done. Then I stop.
It gets way disrespectful.
Yeah.
So why would you do that?
Exactly.
Because I'm the type of person, and I'm learning on this, and I'm growing out of this.
Please, God.
Please. I'm trying to see your triggers. I'll learn your triggers so I know what will bother you and what won't bother you.
So what if you trying to learn my triggers ends the relationship before it can even begin?
Then that's fine because at that point I won't have an attachment. So that's fine.
I feel you, but you kind of setting yourself up for failure.
Exactly. That's why at this point in my life, we growing out of that. We not doing that no more.
Yeah, I mean, not just saying you, but other people do.
Yeah, it's other people like that. Because I was going to say, like,
Yeah.
what if it's an actual, like, a real good dude? You know what I'm saying? He, you know.
But I feel like then if he's a real good dude, then he'll have some type of patience.
But why would you want to put him through that?
Yeah, why would
though?
you want to put him through that when you don't
Right.
have to? Why not even just naturally learn?
But I
you?
don't want to be caught off guard and all of a sudden I learned that, oh, this is a trigger for you.
But what are you going to do that you feel like you're going to trigger him? Because if the relationship is good, it shouldn't be no triggers
but you
to
remember,
make anybody go off on anything.
But you remember Big Head.
Big
and-
head, small body.
And his main trigger was Instagram.
But you triggered him too.
After, okay. Did I start the triggering first?
Yes, you
Ooh,
always
see,
start the trigger first.
See, you find out the real from the friend.
Yeah, you find out the real from the friend.
It's crazy because now you doing that, but now you putting yourself on eggshells that you don't have to walk on.
That's true.
Like, why? Because if somebody's gonna get upset about any social media, like,
That's childish.
what's the
It was
point?
childish.
That way, that respect is already out the door. You lost respect for that person, and you lost respect for yourself. You don't respect yourself enough to look at a person like, all right, why I gotta find out these triggers? How long you know me?
Since November.
Oh, you all know it was more than November.
Oh,
but
I'm
you
sorry.
Like,
I didn't want to
see?
just knock you down.
It's
On
been
to
like
November.
6 months.
But I'm saying, like, when have you ever seen me get mad?
I haven't.
Exactly. I respect her enough to not bring that side around her.
Mm-hmm.
Even if she ever was to do something that I didn't agree with, we'll talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going to disrespect her because
Yeah.
I respect her as a person
Mm-hmm.
to not even put her through no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I expect her to respect me the same way.
Exactly.
I get that.
You
And
see
that's
what I'm saying?
the same way I feel. If I, especially, let's say we talking and you tell me about a situation where you was hurt and somebody put you through something, I'm gonna try my best to not put you through that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, if he did that to you and that made you, I'm not gonna do that shit. Like, yeah. What kind of person would that make me? I already know that's something that's hurting you or was just.
But some
I'm not
people
gonna do that.
don't. They do that and it's unintentional. You can put somebody through the same disrespect and not know.
Not if I done told you.
Yeah, not
No,
if I
but
don't told you.
Listen,
If I done told you and you
think
did it
the
again.
simplest things like not cheating. That's simple. I don't need to tell you don't cheat on me. But yet,
But if I gotta tell you, don't be calling me no fuck nigga, no bitch nigga, like I don't call you a bitch or no hoe. And you still, well, that's just how I am when I get mad. Okay, guess what then?
I
You
was
just
about
told
to
me
say
right
that.
there that you don't respect me. So now I got a choice to make. And then we go from there. But then if I just came around, you would be like, this bitch that, you bitch you this, bitch you that, and you were like, man, that nigga so disrespectful. He just talked to me any kind of way. I just don't do that to nobody. I don't want you talking to me any kind of way. Now when we alone and me the boys are chilling and I'm just getting off my frustration, yeah, I bitch this, bitch that, bitch that. But I won't refer to a woman as that.
To her face.
To her face. I won't even talk to you a certain way. I won't even bring a certain type of behavior with you. You know what I'm saying? Like how Rob was saying, I just won't bring that around you. Because you probably got enough going on in your life already. And I don't need to project that onto you.
That's everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to question yourself if you
Stop.
if you're willingly firing off at a guy, you don't respect him at all.
Yeah.
They making you think,
I didn't fire off at him.
girl, you
No.
will wake up and find a post and be like, I'm gonna post this and I know he gonna be mad. And then if he doesn't get mad, then you're mad.
No.
But if he does get mad and then he say something that triggers you, all hell breaks loose.
But that was at the beginning. Like, I don't do that no more. I'm
I
not
mean,
that same person.
Yeah, now. But
Now,
I'm saying,
'cause we
okay,
done grew past that.
we're gonna address the previous
That
behavior
previous
because
person.
it's other people who may hear this and going through it.
So
And
the
they doing
reason
it
I
now.
can say the reason I was doing that is because I wanted attention. That's all that stems from at that point.
I feel
want
you.
attention. So But that's all that stemmed from was just I wanted attention. It wasn't the right type of attention, and it did put a strain and a stress on that relationship.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Not you. I'm not talking about you, but women tend to do that. They think that attention, they want that crazy shit,
We don't want that crazy.
and that's not healthy.
I don't want that. Just maybe.
Not saying it's you, but women.
How?
There are women out here who will make a guy upset just to get that
Crazy.
attention from them.
Yeah.
Like, why do y'all crave that? It's not healthy. It's not beneficial to nobody. But you figure that, oh, he must care because he's
He's crazy.
being an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Because it's, I mean, you can show somebody
Be
attention
honest.
without talking crap.
Be
Yeah.
honest.
Why
'Cause you like it. You like it.
I don't
like it.
I don't want that full on crazy. However, I don't want to sound cliche, but I am the type of female that I need to know that you will hit me up. Not you gonna put your hands on me, but sometimes you gotta Tamora.
She
Stop.
want to be shaken.
You gotta Tamora.
But
I don't need to recalibrate you.
I know.
You right. You right. You right.
Get
You
it
don't.
together. Like,
You
if,
don't.
If I gotta do that,
Then it's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't need to be there.
Yeah, I don't need to
Because
be
then
in
you
that.
gonna run into a Chris Brown situation.
Exactly. I don't want them situations.
And I don't
I've
want to
been
be
through that situation.
I don't want to be I've been in a situation like that, and I don't want to be in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, it put me somewhere, and then when I'm trying to build, that could jeopardize what I'm doing. That I
But-
gotta come in.
That thing-
I gotta think value. I'm becoming more valuable as I grow.
But it questions the respect you have for yourself and that you ultimately have for that person. Because if you feel like he got to do that, where your respect lies at.
At the same time, that craziness, look at the person that I was in that with. He didn't have to do all of that because I knew I was his own. Okay, you got some issues right there. Yeah, he had to shake me up, but I just, okay.
But the thing that bothered me as a friend
What?
is that you knew he was finna do it,
And I
and you
stuck.
were bracing yourself and expecting it.
Yeah.
Because you was like, I know he about to put his hands on me. He finna put his hands on
Like
me. He
that
about
one
to do
time
it.
for the movies. Remember I had called y'all. I was upset, but I knew. And that is a problem.
But I told you, if you don't respect yourself, he's never gonna respect you.
Exactly.
So
That's a lot. I'm sorry.
It's a lot. We've talked about this and we've worked through this. So I know exactly where she's coming from. That's
Yeah,
why
really.
I'm at the point here
Yeah.
where I'm like, okay, I don't want that. I'm moving past that. And I know me as a person, as an individual, I don't push buttons anymore, but I have a slick mouth when I want it.
So how could you better control your slick mouth?
I find
Because you acknowledging that you know you got
exactly,
a
and
slick
it is something I'm working on because I found different outlets. So if I get to that point where I'm like, okay, I'm about to say something, I step back. I'm like, okay, where is this coming from? Is this a place of anger or is this a place that you're caring? If it's a place of caring, you're not gonna hear from me for 24 hours till I'm unupset. I learned to do that. I learned to just take a step back. Like, look, leave me alone. I'm gonna go to my corner for a day, and we'll talk about this later. Because if I get to talking, that's normally how I end up getting hemmed up. Because I get to going. You know, most women, we get to going, we don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned to take a step back.
She need to date somebody different.
So
He-
that was gonna be my
That's
next
He
true,
question.
doesn't
though.
make me, but like he's so calm to the point where I'm like, I can't even get angry. Like I can't
Yeah.
get mad. I can't do anything. But before that, I'd be like, oh bitch, nigga, you got me fucked up. I don't
Exactly, and that's where I
Yeah,
was
so
like, what's up? Like,
now
pull
that
up,
you
we
got
can
somebody
go.
who's just calm, you gonna come to him talking about, bitch, nigga, you got me
I
fucked
could
up.
never, because when I talk about how I'm like, girl, guess what this man, I never say boy. I be like, guess what this man did. Never call him
I'm
anything
saying-
less than that.
And that's how it should be. Because even though me, I'm more of a
But
I'm
see
an
how she
introvert.
said when she's talking to her friends, she don't disrespect him.
she don't even disrespect him behind his back.
Exactly, it got to be
Yeah.
the same thing though. I'm sure he don't disrespect her behind her back.
Yeah, and I mean, and I respect that too. It ain't no, hey man, that bitch, you know that bitch over there. Nah, bro.
But
Like,
it's the energy though.
it's the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
I didn't come into that disrespectful, and that's the standard that I expect for myself.
Mhm.
If I don't give that to you, I don't expect it back. And if you bring that
Exactly.
to me, then I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can fuck with you all day. I can love you, but I'm not about to be miserable for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's a little selfish. It sounds selfish, but we're adults. We gotta live.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my time putting up with something I don't have to. I'm not obligated to that. And it's good that we have these type of shows because people are in these situations that don't know how to get out, don't know how to see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I believe it or not, I'm an introvert.
Really?
I
You
believe
know what I'm
it.
saying? But I know how to adjust and be
An
an extrovert because, and that came from, I do music. So I had to get used to performing in front of people and interacting with people. So I can't go in front of them being shy. And, I had to really come out. So that's where that came from. But even though at times I can be intense and he don't see I can be intense, I'm more of a fun-loving person. So I don't care what mood you in when you come around me. You're going to laugh when you're around me because I'm going to project that kind of energy on you. Or, I'm just going to get a smile out of you in some way. Or just lighten the mood. But I have my times where I'm pissed off and I'm angry. And I learned now to check in with people to see if they're available. You know what I mean? Like, you might be having a good day, but I'm pissed off. I'm not just going to call you and be like, man, look, check this out, man. And then you
Draining.
like,
Oh,
okay,
God.
you here because I'm your
Yes.
friend, but it's like, so now I'm like, hey, you got a minute? I can vent to you. So if it ain't the time, you like, now give me a minute, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Now I'm checking in more now to try not
I
to bring down
appreciate people like you.
It's a learning process. I'm always trying to learn to grow and be better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying different things to be a better person because I went through so much with that long-term relationship. I learned so. When I look back at it, I wish I would have reacted different in a lot of ways. And if I would have reacted different, it wouldn't have went that long. But I'm like, okay, I got to take that as a lesson now. I'm learning to take it as a lesson versus I can't stand that person. Okay, now I'm going to look at that. Okay, that's a lesson. Let me try something different this time to see if I can get a different, So now I've always had respect for people, so nobody had to earn no damn respect. I mean, I don't know you. Like, now if you lose that respect, you got to earn it back with me, you know what I'm saying? But just coming in the door, I had respect for everybody. I ain't coming at no female any kind of way. I ain't coming at no dude and man, I don't man with this. Nah, man, let me get to know you and build my own relationship with you. I always been the person that just because this person don't like you, okay, they ain't got nothing to do with me in that person's,
Right.
situation. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna not like them because you got a problem with it. I don't know what y'all situation was. So, I approach it like that, and I ask women for going to relationships, like, for example, you two. What if you get with a dude that's more relaxed and more fun and don't really give you a reason to
That's what I need.
have the slick mouth, or
That's what I
would
need.
do you think that would help you, or would you feel like you don't deserve that deep down and you still gotta keep your own ways? No, I mean, I'm asking a real question because some people will feel like they don't deserve better,
Why? Why
so
would
they'll
people feel
start. I mean, it's a lot of people that
Oh
think that.
no, that's what I need, and I know that's 100% what Tip deserves. Because
Okay.
it's like a balance. Like if you're calm and relaxed, okay, I'm serious. I can be very serious.
Yes.
And very intense. So
Aggressive.
Aggressive. I can be very aggressive. I need that offset because sometimes you might need to be more aggressive in certain situations.
Mhm.
Sometimes I do need to just like calm down some more, chill, because I'm always like I'm very serious individual.
Yeah, and I think, I asked that question because I want to see, would you be open to that? If you had a guy that was pretty much to be like a balance for you, would you be open to accepting that balance, or would you be like, oh hell nah, that ain't me right now, I gotta.
It's gonna take for her to learn herself first.
You think so?
I think so.
I think I could accept it. I think I could accept it. I'll be slow to coming around to it because I'm a creature of habit. So it's hard for me to work individuals in. But I will be slow to coming around to it. But eventually I will work around to it.
You wouldn't consider him boring?
No.
Yeah.
I like boring.
That was gonna be my next one. You gonna be like,
yes.
nah, ain't enough
No.
excitement and like.
I want boring. I want walks. I want long romantic walks through Barnes and Nobles. I want boring.
That boy
Well, that bored the hell.
Yeah.
See, that's
Look,
the type
I
of
thought
boring
you
I
would
want.
stay on the beat.
Yeah,
I
the
did
park
too.
or
Like,
something.
friend, you took it a whole other level.
But you know, I love reading. So
she's
look.
dating everything that's not her.
Exactly.
And I told her that. Like, the dudes that she's dating are not her. And the dudes I used to date were not me. So, like, I used to date people that was aggressive and that was hard. And I was like, oh, he aggressive, so I got to be aggressive, too. So now we just button heads. I think the craziest thing as a girl that I learned, you know, when we arguing in a car, I never knew what it looked like to be that other car when you see other people doing it.
And
So when I saw another chick doing it, I was like, damn.
Like,
I
damn,
said
I look like
you
that.
See the hands, You see the
Yeah.
hands going, you see the head bobbing, and you like, I've been there. I know exactly what she's saying right now. She cussing him out.
But I never knew. I was like, that's embarrassing. That is beyond embarrassing for a man. I'm like, I wouldn't even want to be in that situation. So I had to take
I've
myself
seen
from
dudes be in the situation where they like, you know, like it seemed aggressive, but I understood and I said, damn, if I find out the situation, he's not like an abusive guy, but he's just angry and they just expressing it like that. And I'm like, damn, I've been in that same situation. Like, but people thought that, oh, he's scary. I'm scared of him. And I'm like, no, I'm just expressing myself. But it was the way I was doing it. And I'm just seeing it. I'm like, damn, that dude look like he finna knock the hell out of us. I'm like, damn, did I look like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? When I'm right now, you know what I'm saying? When I'm over there clapping my fist and, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I probably look like that too. Like, oh, okay, let me tone that down, you know, because I talk with my hands, so
I too.
Like right now I'm calm, but if I'm in front of an audience or something like that, I'm more of a, you know what I'm saying, so it's like you got to be careful with that when you're angry and doing that, because it can be perceived
The body language. It's all about your body language.
yeah, body language.
Because if your body language gives me, oh, I need to be on defense, I'm going to be on defense, and I'm going to match what you're giving me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm so calm. My family appreciates it. They like, you so calm. Like, they see a change in me. They like, you are so calm. My baby lost her laptop. I was like, you lost it? It's okay. Don't worry about it. The whole house was like, what?
Yeah, you gotta
Like-
you gotta take a different approach. Like I learned how to even start talking with my hands down. So I'm like, man, why would you do something like that, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, you can't. Because I was like, okay, let me try to put out energy that I'm not aggressive, you know, right now, so you won't have to go into defense. Because at first I was like, man, why the hell would you the fuck that type of shit? Like, it was just intense, and then you kind of like tensing up, like, is he gonna hit me or something? And I'm like, I'm nowhere near hitting you, but it just.
But at the same time, sometimes y'all start that because it'll start off as, bruh, she got smart mouth, bruh, she be doing this and she be doing that. And so we'll start off with that smart mouth because, again, that was something that attracted you.
Yep,
and then now that your feelings
You
involved,
thought that I was hard.
I'm disrespectful. But that smart mouth didn't bother you in the beginning, though.
Nah, it was cute in the beginning.
Yeah, see?
No.
Yeah, I had an ex. She had a smart mouth, but when we got together, you know, it was like.
And when y'all get into an argument,
we
that
get in an
smart
argument,
mouth
and then
come
she
out.
started doing that smart mouth, and I'm like,
Ain't cute no more.
who is she talking to like that? But she had a habit of, she's shorter than me, but she got a habit of jumping in my face and pointing her hand, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that's
hey,
not-
don't.
That's
don't
see,
put
that's the
your-
line. That's a line, and that's a
That's that
boundary.
boundary.
And that's one of
Yeah.
them boundaries where women, they like to cry wolf if he smack you.
Oh,
Wow.
I fight.
See, but you fight.
She,
And if she can't, if you fight, you
soft
fight.
ass, timid ass dude.
But you can't bottle up.
There's a lot of timid guys in a relationship where the women just go off and just
Mhm.
say whatever and just be reckless.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude just sitting there, oh, That's just how she is.
No.
So let me ask you this, since you said that.
What, did I fight?
No, I was going off from what Rob just said.
You was ready for that too, because I fight too.
No, I was saying, because you said it's some timid dudes.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you're a dude that just, you're not with that type, like, just because she going on like that, you're not finna, me knowing you're not gonna get up and scream and yell and,
And
all
so
that
that's
stuff.
when
But-
Rod cut her off
but-
at the head.
There's a way that you can get your point across.
That's what I'm saying. How would you get your point across without entertaining it?
Because of the energy I'm gonna give off. I'm not gonna sit there and like, oh, I ain't gonna, no eye contact. You talking shit? I'm looking down. No, you gonna be talking shit, but I'm gonna be looking like, okay, about time for me to get up out of here. You know, that shit was cool and all. All right,
So
I'm
what-
out.
what-
Like you gonna be doing all that shit. You ain't got time
So what
for
if
that.
y'all stay together? Would you just leave?
Nah, we
Where he
live
going?
together.
So
I
he
ain't going
leaving.
nowhere.
He going to the other room.
You gonna be talking shit by yourself.
See, my ex told me that one time. You should have took your ass to the other room. I love the house.
What
I
you
ain't come back
leaving
to the
for?
next
If
day.
I'm listen
My
at
ex
this
used to do
age,
that.
if I'm in a relationship, you
Yeah.
gonna talk to me.
Yeah, first
But
of
now
all,
check this out. This is what she did. She jumped in my face, went to push my head, and then I was trying to walk away from it. And while I was walking away from it, she was pushing me. And I'm saying to myself, if she put me one more time, I'm gonna go into thinking it's a man pushing me. I'm gonna straight go into defense mode, and you need to stop pushing me.
Yeah, I wouldn't push you.
So she kept pushing me, and then it was at the point that we going in there in front of the kids, and you're pushing me in front of the kids. Okay, now at this point I'm like, should I react like this, or should I just leave?
It took me one time to learn. I ain't putting my hands on no man. It took me one time. That one time I got hit back. Oh, okay, I'm done.
Oh, she did that several times
I
to
ain't
me
doing it
until
no
that
more.
one time I grabbed her. She didn't do that no more to me. I grabbed her one time, but she had done did it in front of her company. She had her homegirl over. She did that in front of the
See, that's
kids.
embarrassing.
That's
It was real
Respect.
embarrassing, and I was like, "Hey man,
Respect.
chill out. We
And
got
that's that
company. I don't give a
disrespect.
damn about that." Okay, so I said probably around the third or fourth time of her doing that, we was talking one day, and she got up and walked past me and brushed my shoulder like a dude would do.
So her brushing her shoulder triggered you?
Hell, you know how if a dude about to fight you, he kind of walk in your face and kind of like she did like that, and she did it to the point it moved me. Now you see what size I am. She moved me off of my balance. She did that. I grabbed her. When I grabbed her, she didn't put her. She didn't do it no more.
Oh.
I think she thought she was gonna die that night.
That's
But I had to
bad.
just show. Okay, let me just show you real quick while you keep testing me.
But that's something we shouldn't have to do. in a
And we shouldn't have to do
relationship.
that. And I told her I'd never put my hand on you. And she pushed me to that point. After that, I didn't do it no more. But I've told her, man, if you, I can't be around you, man. Like I said I wasn't gonna put my hand on you, man. And you pushed me to that point. Like you don't disrespect me in front of the kids. Like dog, I don't want them looking like, man, it's a weak ass dude. Or my mama just running over the dude. But I don't want to put my hand on you in front of them because.
But not only that, you don't want the kids to learn that that's normal for a relationship.
Yeah, and that's the sad part because it was normal for them with their mom.
That's crazy, and that's fucking trauma to a kid.
Exactly.
And that's
Right.
how I grew up. Like
too.
the blueprint of a marriage, my grandma and my granddaddy been together for over 30 years, and every day I come home from school, they will be arguing. When I say when I'm in a relationship, if I have to argue with you, I'm gone. Me
too.
not dealing with it.
That's my first relationship was my mother and my father. When they were married, my father used to beat on my mother. And my mother at one point was pregnant with my older sister and lost my sister because of that. So that, and unfortunately, I all the way up until about last year, that's how I was programmed to recognize love. Arguing, him putting his hands on you, that means you
Shit.
care. That means that he loves you. No, sweetie, no. Because you shouldn't, that stress, listen, you
I
should
was the
not.
abusive one.
Mm-mm.
I done gave somebody a black eye.
Yeah,
I
I've
done
been the
punched folks in the
aggressor.
throat.
I've been the
It's not a
aggressor.
good thing, but I was the aggressive one, but they weren't for me.
Mhm.
They weren't for me. You were bringing me out of my character.
And I just wonder, why is the double standard to that?
No, it's not. What you mean?
How they, like, okay, it's a lot of women out here that are the aggressors, but they they got all these campaigns and stuff saying that men are abusers or women don't take that. I seen a billboard that bothered me so bad. I'm glad they
Because
took
not
that
a lot of
bullshit out.
men don't want to speak up and say, "Oh, she hit me," because then when it gets out there in the streets, oh, he a bitch because he
Oh, he
let
a
his
punk.
girl. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've been arrested, and I wasn't even the aggressor in that situation, but because there were prior damages that I did cause, I was arrested because I was the aggressor.
It all goes back to respect.
Yeah.
That's all it boils down to. You don't have no ounce of respect for a guy or a female. You gonna do whatever. You ain't even care about your anger no more.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? You stop caring. You selfish. You don't respect them enough to control yourself. And if we get into it, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say, that's gonna be the end of it. If you keep going, then you showing me something.
But why is it that? Why is it when you get to say what you gotta say, and if I want to say how I feel, oh, once you say
No,
what you say,
I'm not
it's done.
saying I'm not saying it that way.
Okay.
You gonna speak your piece, and I'm gonna speak my piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna take me to be yelling to do
Okay.
that. Either you gonna listen to it or you're not.
Okay, I get you.
If I'm giving you that respect, I'm gonna listen to you to get it out, and you keep going. All right, you had your time. Like, it's over with. Because I'm not gonna hold on to that.
Well, I done been in this situation where I allowed my son carrier during the time we was in a relationship.
Don't stop calling me squirrel a carrier.
That stopped me from calling her the other word. So when we was in a relationship, okay, we was like, okay, we're gonna try something different. When we talk, just so both of us can hear each other, we're not gonna yell, we're gonna sit down and be calm. She said what she had to say. I sit there, I look at her, I listen to everything she had. She probably talked 5 or 6 minutes. The moment I say one word, she go the hell off. And I'm like, hold on, I ain't even, I sat there, I listened to you say everything. Why I can't get out my, nah, because and she just hyped up then, and I'm like,
I
But
feel like
Most of the time when women are like that, it's because we feel like we're not being heard. So
even though I sat there and listened to you 5 or 6 minutes,
because something
probably
that
were,
you
but
just
it was
said,
something in the future. Like whenever y'all had future arguments, she was not being heard.
argument.
Past arguments.
Oh, I would have said that.
When y'all was having past arguments, she wasn't being heard. So at this point, whatever you got to say, I don't want to hear it because now I'm yelling because I need my voice to be
and
heard.
you're not listening.
You're not listening.
That one word that you said probably wasn't even relate. You were about to say an excuse to what she said.
I don't deal in excuses. I state facts.
That's
So with me, I work with cause and effect. You can't say, "Oh, you always doing this to me. You always doing that to me." I'm gonna be like, "Why am I doing that?"
so your
Like I said, no.
your reaction to her was based off of something that she did.
Yeah,
No, that's not
and
how that works.
that's the thing. It's always let me look over the cause of it. Let's not attack the root. And I was like, nah, let's attack the root of the problem. We kill it at the root, it won't happen again. But you want to skip over the root and want to go to why I'm reacting. Let's back that story up to why I'm doing that or reacting that way.
So
And we
after-
can never address the root of the problem because it'll cause her to be accountable. And female and accountable are 2 words.
No, you're not gonna do that.
Not with us, right?
No.
Negative. No, we can't. When women feel like they are in the wrong, we will apologize.
That's a lot. Please.
No.
Oh, I need Nikki on this, but
No.
Nick might be
What-
going
what-
off.
hell you so
Nick
Right,
was like,
right.
no,
When
I
women
totally
are
agree
wrong.
with that.
Huh?
Majority don't.
Majority don't. Majority men won't admit when they wrong.
I'm
Yes, we
trying
do.
to. No,
The
y'all
majority
do
don't
not.
either. I mean, it's
So y'all want to know the way
that-
a man admits that they're wrong? You want to go get something to eat?
Nah, man,
Damn,
when you
who
dealing with
do that?
when you're dealing with
Shit.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, who you
want some
dealing with?
Chipotle? Okay.
yeah,
let's
when
go.
you dealing
Ooh,
with you dealing with somebody young. I mean, if I get out of pocket, I'm gonna apologize to you.
Okay.
It's my fault. Yeah. You have your moment. You get mad. You get over it eventually.
That don't sound sincere though.
It does sound sincere.
That's
But
how it come out his
But
mouth.
if I'm addressing the problem, if I'm in the wrong, I'm gonna address it.
Okay, but then you gonna say, so you upset and you'll get over it.
No.
Okay.
If I'm apologizing for it, it's like I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
That's your answer. Why?
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna apologize.
Okay.
It's all. I'm gonna just sum it up.
Okay.
There's no need to just keep breaking down and keep holding on to shit.
It's no prolonged conversation.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess what? I fucked up. This is why I fucked up.
And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for that.
Okay, and we can appreciate that.
But everybody don't do that. A
Everybody
lot of
don't.
and then a lot of people hold on to shit from past and they bring it into a
Yeah,
new relationship.
yeah.
And
Yes.
that's why I was gonna say, after how many arguments do you decide you should leave?
Now this motherfucker is getting her shit out from
That
when she
past
should have
one.
got it out from with that last dude.
Yup.
Now you gotta pay for that shit, and
Do
it's
you-
like
And that's what happens. That's why it's important to figure out when was the last time you were in a relationship, and you need to heal from whatever happened in that, so you don't come in this one and bleed all over it.
But people don't think like that.
No.
They don't think I need to heal. They think I'm gonna sit back and be angry,
Right.
and then when I'm ready to be in something, I'll just jump into something. But I still ain't took care of that.
You still
And-
get triggered.
Just like
You
Rod
can
just
still get
said.
triggered, but then you learn like, okay, I don't want to go back through that.
I still get triggered,
But you don't want to go back through that.
I don't treat him
The way-
how I would treat somebody else.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
certain
it-
stuff
that-
that
That's
I
the
be
same
like-
thing with me. Like for instance, when I bring up my son's carrier, I get triggered on a lot of stuff. But I'm not gonna treat her like that because you don't deserve that. Like you didn't do nothing to me, so I'm not gonna bring none of that to you.
So if you know that that's a trigger for you, just don't bring it up.
Oh no, I'm saying
Oh, no. you
it-
gotta
it-
know it's a trigger.
Yeah, you gotta. It's hard
I
because
mean,
a
that
child
other
is
person may
involved
not
on
know
that.
it's a trigger.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I won't. Okay, let's say for instance. Okay, I've been in this situation. I've been in a situation where it's like something that I may do that may just remind you of something somebody else did that was messed up. But I didn't do the messed up part. But it just reminded you. You thought it might go back that way. So it's like, oh hell no! I'm tired of niggas doing this to me. I'm tired, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't do nothing to you. No, I'm just tired of niggas thinking. But I'm not the nigga that did it, or one of those niggas that did it. But it's all of a sudden, you didn't get a chance to express that with them niggas back then. Now with this nigga, you finna like, I'm finna let him have it. What the last 2-3 niggas don't did to me.
I'm about to stop
I'm
this now.
yeah,
so
I'm
let
gonna
me
stop
say-
this now with him, and then I'm like, but I ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it reminded you. Maybe that's how it started out
But
last time.
don't that circle back to what we said previously, that you're not gonna put them back through what they already went through?
Yeah.
But it's unintentional.
No, I'm saying it's not. Let's say, okay, let's say for instance, I'm real social, so I have male and female friends, and I mean female friends to where we don't have sex, we never had sex, we were never involved like that. But I'm with a woman who had a dude that said he had female friends, but he was messing with them. Now she's uncomfortable because that happened before. Now when you with me, yeah, I got female friends. Now it's triggering you. Damn, the last dude said they were his friends too, and they ain't had that going on. But I found out they was messing with each other. But
So
I'm
how
like,
do you expect a
but
female
I'm
to be
not
comfortable
that
with
dude. So my thing, I'll be like, well, how could I make you feel comfortable or secure in knowing that
But
I'm not doing that?
Shouldn't be nothing that you should do. She should fix that.
She should fix it. Exactly.
She should fix that because it's stuff that he's done, and I'd be like, okay, see, I'm about to, and I'd be like, okay, wait, he's not that person.
Yeah,
That's
but
not him.
the reason I ask that is because I don't want to be unintentionally doing something that
triggering somebody.
I'm triggering you and I don't know it, and I'm like, well,
She gotta communicate that
yeah, she gotta
because if
communicate
it's
that.
something that triggers, I'm gonna be like, hey, when you did this, boop de boop de boop, and he is so okay, I'm sorry, and it's dead, and we move on.
Yep, and they go back to Rod said some people they say it's dead, it ain't dead.
It's just
They just don't load it up in the gun. They just put it back in the clip. The next time I have a blowout, they put one in the chamber.
anger.
All right,
Females
so
are
I'm
good for
finna
doing
argue
that.
at you
We
with
are.
this, and I'm finna bring up all this shit.
Because it all links together in our head. It all ties together.
Why the?
But why? What you mean? It's a puzzle, and we put the puzzle pieces together.
But what if the puzzle consists of totally different pieces that don't make one picture?
At the time when you're speaking to somebody in anger, you're really not thinking. You're just talking.
You just responding.
You're just responding.
And that's where the self-control will come in at.
Yep.
Because like I said, I'm more of about killing it at the root so it won't come up again. So if I tell you, let's say you do something that's not a breaking point for me. You do it. Okay, why did you do it? We get to the bottom of it. Okay, don't do it again. We ain't got to talk about it no more. You ain't got to worry about me bringing it up in a later conversation or something like that. Well, you did that? No. We ain't got to talk about it no more. So we killed it. We found out what the problem is. We killed it at the root.
So
Done.
if it's not a breaking point for you, I do it, and it's not a breaking point for you,
Mhm.
and we kill it, we dead it, we move on. But then you do it to me, and it's a breaking point for me. I should do the same thing.
I'm trying to think before I answer that. I'm trying to word it right. If I know it's a breaking point for you, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
If I don't know it's a breaking point for you, I didn't know.
But so then I should kill it and dead it though.
And I feel like I should have an opportunity to try to rectify that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would allow me that, can I at least explain that? You know what I'm saying? Like, some people they don't know, so you can't just run away from everything. Like, some things, let's face it. I didn't know that hurt you. I didn't know that was a breaking point for you. So I ain't got no pride issues. I ain't got no ego. So I'm like, well, let me explain. Let me talk to you real quick. I didn't know that, you know. So we can resolve that. Then no, you ain't got to worry about that for me ever again. You know, I didn't know that. My bad. Versus some people, oh no, I'm done. I'm just done. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even know. Like, do I get the opportunity for error? Like, I'm human too. So I need that space. Just like you gave those dudes in the past all that space to mess up, even when they kept messing up, you added more space for them to mess up.
But see, them past, those are lessons. And it's a lesson we learn is we're not wasting time.
Okay, those are lessons, but I'm still gonna make mistakes.
And then some people hold different people to a different standard.
Even that, I'm still gonna make mistakes.
That's true.
I hold you to a different standard, but I'm gonna look at it like she gotta have room for error. Now, if you know that you did something that rubbed me the wrong way, and I told you that, and you turn around and do it again,
That's a problem.
That's a problem, because now you know. But if you don't know, you didn't know that if I said that to him, you know off the top, if I call a man a bitch nigga or fuck nigga, that is a problem.
I don't know that.
What's crazy about this whole
You don't know
conversation?
that?
What?
You know not to call him that.
I'm not gonna call him that because I respect him enough not to call him that.
But
But
if you a
it
regular
should-
dude in the street,
But if you're
I ain't a regular
what if
dude
you're a
in the
regular
street.
dude?
we're not talking about you.
But I'm saying, what if you're a regular dude in the street? He may not have the demeanor that he has, that Rod has, but he's still a man. He still moves
So
a
then
different
at
way.
that point, he should carry himself as a man.
That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
hold up. I have a story.
What if he carry himself
like,
as
what
a
I'm
man?
saying, like this whole conversation is crazy. You know why?
Why?
Because when you go into the relationship, you should already have those standards
Yeah.
set in place for yourself and for that other person, which will void out error in the long run. You don't have to worry about, oh, she gonna disrespect me, vice versa. Like, that shit should already be in place in the beginning.
Mhm.
So you ain't got to deal with the petty shit that we talking about.
Yeah, but sometimes it do come back around.
See, we talking about a game. You talking about practice. You know what I'm saying? Practice, not the game.
But check this out, Rod. Some people, they damn near practice for the rest of their life.
That's what I'm talking about. You got to address that shit at the beginning and standards that you got to set for yourself. I'm coming in with all the respect I have for you. If you dealing with me, you got it in the beginning.
Yep.
let's circle back.
It's your job to keep that shit. And throughout that relationship, when you start tearing it down, we go address it.
Mhm.
If it don't get handled, then you know we got to try again with somebody else. It's just as simple as it's going to get. So that way we don't have those conversations. We get into it, we address it, and we get over it. We solve it.
Mhm.
Who got time to be, well, you don't respect me, I don't respect, well, you this. Come on, dog. I'm in the game. You still at practice. Like, we talking about the game. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It don't make sense to me. These conversations are pointless. But I'm willing to have them for people who don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that don't understand.
Exactly.
Everybody's comprehension ain't the same.
It's true.
Or some people just probably never viewed it like that.
Some people get off on that shit. Which is crazy.
Yeah, some people just get off on it. Some people find it very interesting to
Tip and
push
dip.
people buttons.
Tip and dip. Listen, not no more. We don't want them.
Some
It's
people
not.
just want to
be
push people
outside
buttons.
Atlanta Sports Complex getting shook no more. We don't want that.
But it's not beneficial for nobody.
It's not.
Nah, it's not. What if I got big plans and big dreams and you could be a part of that, but you still want to be shook?
You can shake me in other ways.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look,
But
man,
I think you just need to learn that you can get attention in other ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
get attention putting on that lingerie, man.
Ow.
Yeah,
Step out that room and be like, hey,
respect him as a man.
bring your
and
ass
he
in
should
here. And I'll be
respect you.
like, hey, you know what, man? Hey, y'all, I'm gonna holler at y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's put that energy towards something else that's beneficial for both of us
And healthy.
and healthy.
definitely. Listen,
Shit,
we're not
let's get
doing
in the
that no
kitchen.
more.
Let's cook together. Like, let's both of us get in there and create. Let's look at some recipes and we both in there. You
Oh, that's
smack
so
your ass and put some
cute.
flour on your ass real quick.
Oh, wait.
Girl,
You're
doing a
not
good
wasting my
job.
flour.
Straight up.
You gonna clean this shit up.
You gonna love it. We gonna clean as we go. But I'm just saying, all that energy is being put somewhere else, and you find out, damn, I'm a happier person. I don't want to be that person no more.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But some people are. I had a ex to tell me she would rather be with those dudes that leached off of her because she didn't have to put up with this. And putting up with this was stepping up, growing up. Because I sat down with her and I was like, she didn't graduate. I was like, hey man, you can, you never had that. You got pregnant at a young age. You didn't get to graduate. I said, well, right now, look, I got this covered. Go back to school and get your GED, man. I said, don't worry about the bills. I got this. I'm helping you with the kids. Go and get your GED, man. And we can take a look at your credit or something. I don't want to look at that. I said, well, everybody like that at first, but we need to look at that. We look at that. I'm going to help you repair your credit. I'm going to put you onto the credit game and all that. And she asked me, like, can we start talking about that? I'm kind of uncomfortable. So I'm like, at first, I'm like, you uncomfortable? Then I'm like, you know what? Okay. But that required her to be a better person, to step out of that what she was used to.
And some people aren't willing to do
she
that.
didn't want to. She was like, when dudes leached off of me, I had the control. They needed me.
Yes.
I didn't have to step up, but you showing me that you don't need me. And I'm like, but I do need you. Nah, I don't feel like you need me. I said, oh, you want to be in control, but you're not used to somebody having their own and showing you they can move like this. And I'm like, man, you got to grow. You got to be open to growth. And I was willing to teach her, but she just didn't want to learn. So that started being a reflection of her kids. Now your daughter acting like you. Now you come and saying, I don't know what's wrong with her. I've been there for her. I did whatever. You didn't look at the other part. Yeah, you've been there providing for her by default. That's you, the mom. Like, a lot of that's going to fall on you as a mother. But what about the growing part? You could have showed her that. You could have showed her, hey, you can look at better dudes. You ain't got to have these type of dudes. And these dudes you got to argue with, they known for being in the trap all the time. Like, you ain't got to have all
People
that.
bring
I'm
their
not
kids
doing that
around
no
that.
more.
So your kids see that?
My daughter,
I know she
Yes.
don't. She hard.
yeah, she done seen me break down the pound. So done that.
Trap queen.
I've done that, and I'll never do that again. That life is so freaking stressful.
But you've had that talk with her that this is not it.
Yeah, this is not it. Like, you don't want this. Like, mama done went to jail and everything. You don't. This not what you want.
That's I don't have any kids, but I have little cousins. I have a little sister that looks up to me, and they coming into them teenage years. So every move I make, I'm like, okay, like Destiny looking at me, okay, Kiara looking at me, Steven, Connor, I can't do that. So when I got some cuffs put on me, that was my wake up. Like, this is a situation, and I wouldn't want them in it. So I'm gonna get myself out of it.
And when I date, like, my daughter's only met, she's 12, she's only met 2 people. She's met the last person I was with, the person I'm with now. Because I don't want her to see me like, you need to respect yourself. Like, don't see me bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. Like, I'm slow motion when it comes to meeting her, because she's a girl. She's a girl, and I don't want her to think it's okay to be doing stuff like that.
My mother was saying that.
And I mean, they for real watch. I mean, I still got the letter from my ex, cause I've known her since she had a daughter at the time when we were together. She was 12, but I've known her since she had the baby. You know what I'm saying? But she was just like a friend of my younger sister. But her daughter, we just built a relationship over the years, so I actually looked at her like, that's my daughter. And she was comfortable talking to me. And one thing she told me about it, she was like, all she seen her mom jump from dude to dude, and she argued with the dudes all the time. Her mom told me she never been with a dude that liked to argue as much as me. And I was looking around like, but I don't even like to argue. But the daughter said, my mom do that with every guy she was with. They always argue and fight. That's all we seen. And the stuff that I was doing with her and her little brothers, they was like, it's the most any guy that been with my mama ever done for us. You teaching us stuff. You taking us to places we never been. She never been out of Georgia. I was the first person to take her out of Georgia to a real beach to show you it's something else out there. They really appreciate that. Her daughter wrote a letter to me. I still got that letter to the day. Like, being straight honest on how she feel. But she with her mama, she can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, the little girl even asked me to, like, adopt her there. She said she wanted to give her dad to give up his rights, and she wanted me to take over. I was willing to do it because I just had that connection with her. Like, that was my daughter. But her mama did everything to destroy that, but then still hold me accountable. Like, you still supposed to be fighting for it, but I'm going to do everything to push you away. And my friends had to come in and say, hey, man, you got to stop. Like, just let it go, bro. Because the way she doing it, she might make it like you kidnapping the girl or something. I was picking her up for school. She needed shoes. I go to the store and get her some shoes, some clothes. When I pick up school someday, we'll stop somewhere, get something to eat, like real daddy and all the time. And they were like, man, you got to stop doing that. Because it's like the more you're doing that, the harder the mama's going to ruin that. And I had to pull back. That was hard as hell. Like, you know what I mean? But I was like, damn, like what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to show these kids something different. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have that coming up. And the dudes that did show me something different, they end up getting killed off and stuff like that. So I want to be able to pass that back. And now you got somebody who don't want to break a cycle, who she seen her mom disrespect her dad, and you just wanted to repeat that. You acknowledge that that wasn't good, you need to treat people better, but when it came to putting the action into play,
I don't want that. I grew up in that. When I come home, the last thing I want to do is argue with the person that I'm laying in the bed with.
yeah.
I don't want to come home today. I already had a stressful day at work, but I want to come home and argue with you.
I done been out here, outside the house, outside of these 4 walls, arguing with people all day.
At work.
At work.
Exactly.
Fighting with another person. I don't want to come home and do that with you. Period.
I don't want that stress.
Exactly. So that's what we're here for. We try to, like Ross said, some of this stuff you built with. But we talk about this stuff to really like dive into it. Because we can easily just say, well, just don't do it to nobody. I'll just let that be it. But no, let's dive into it, because I'm pretty sure there's somebody out here that's going through that right now, or that didn't have anybody to give them a blueprint or talk to them about it. Because like a lot of stuff I learned, man, I had to learn from the streets. Like, man, my mama and sister didn't talk to me about using condoms. I had to find that out from an older dude that went through the child support and went through the courts. They said, man, you better start wrapping that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And start telling me about other stuff. And then I learned that way. But being around my peers, they were like, you can't feel shit in no condom. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
And they had more effect on, you know what I'm saying, more of an influence on me. You know how it is with your peers, like, you trying to impress them too. I was like, yeah, boy, you know what I'm saying? And I was just listening to my peers, and that shit got me in a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Or even just being in the street. Like, a lot of stuff I was in the streets for, they was like, yeah, boy, you be goddamn, you be on it. And then I got around some older folks, and they seen what I can do with computers and all this and that. They like, you don't need to be out there. Like, we don't need you out there. You too smart. Like, you ain't even the nigga to be out there. I can see you the one that have them niggas working for you. So, bro, you need to fall back on that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't, I understand you doing it, but that's not you. I took that advice and fell back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now everybody come back to me like, yeah, bro, you was talking about that stuff back then. We were looking at you like you were crazy and stuff, but, you know, I'm like, man, I'm glad y'all was able to pull out. The friends that wasn't able, you know, they did, and I ain't have a chance to really, you know. But overall, man, it's a respect thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect people. I respect anybody I meet. I come into a relationship with respect. If I don't respect you, I ain't even finna get no relationship with you, period. So, you know, I'm not excluding myself for that. I have been disrespectful. I've been so disrespectful sometimes. I remember when I was, she got a nigga. What that nigga?
Okay.
What that nigga? That ain't my problem. Now I got old. I'm like, nigga, I don't want that to happen to me. What if a nigga holler at my girl and I'm all in love with her, and then he like, fuck that nigga, and she bite. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I hope she wouldn't bite.
yeah, I hope she wouldn't bite. That was sad, but by me doing it to people, now I'm worried about it happening to me. And I said to my homeboys before, I said, we was talking about change, and I felt like, I feel like now, when we talk about karma, a lot of men karma comes back on them when it's time to get in a relationship.
Or their daughters.
Or their daughters. You know, but I've like, if you see a man that don't really want to get in a relationship, in some cases, I feel like it's because they're karma. Because let's say they slept with a lot of dudes, girls, and they ain't give a damn about that. Now, they scared it's going to happen to them, so that's preventing them from committing. Because it's like, shit, I don't sleep with all these nigga girls, and that was easy. That shit might happen to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that's all dudes, but I'm saying I feel like now that's an issue, because it's like, damn, I could easily sleep with that man girl. What if my girl would easily sleep with a dude? You know what I'm saying? Now I don't want to commit to that. I don't want to commit to nobody. So I'm scared now. And I think that's a lot of men's problem with committing. That's just me. That's just why. So what I said I was gonna do,
is that why
if you got a girl, if you got a man,
that's a small read.
I'm saying I'll just speak for myself. That's why now I'll be like, hey, what's up, babe? Hey, you got a man? Yeah, I got. Okay, no, I'm good. I don't want to talk to you if you got a man. I don't want to do that because I don't been there before, and I want to just change the scenario. What you about to say?
Nothing. We gonna talk about that when we get off the air.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying, but I'm saying that's just the energy. I don't want to push that energy out there. You know, so I just think it'll come back on you in that way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Especially having a daughter, and you want your daughter to be like, you see your daughter mess with a dude, and you like, I know that little nigga ain't about shit. He me when I was younger, and then it's like, how can I convince her that Now she's like head over the heels for that dude, like the chicks was over you.
Same thing my daddy went through.
Same
what I'm
thing my
saying?
daddy went through.
Listen, my daddy had to go through it. And he just let me go through it. It took for me to go to jail to be like, you ain't about this life. This ain't that and that ain't this, and it's not what it's cracked up to be, because yo, $5 bag trapper is different from that man that's actually moving.
Yeah.
It's a total difference. So when I went with my last one, that's when I realized, okay, that's when I did the Sierra prayer. Everybody like, what was Sierra prayer? Sierra finally said she prayed what I don't want. This is what I don't want. I don't want this, I don't want that. Before that, I was like, I want this, I want that. I want a man with money. I want a man that does this. And he had the money. He had everything I asked for, except he was never home. I was the loneliest person in the relationship because he was never home.
Well, he had like, did he have a job or he was in the streets?
He was in the streets. He was in the streets. I was like, he'll come home. He'll
But
eat.
at the same time, as women, we gotta know when to do the Sierra prayer. I'm at the point in my life I can't do the Sierra prayer because
already
I got
did the
a
Sierra
man
prayer.
that is who I need, not what I want, but if he's who I need, I might fuck it up
I'm not fucking it up
because I know where I'm at
mentally.
mentally.
That's why I said she got to find herself.
Exactly. I'm still looking, and if you walked in, I probably would be like,
That's because she's scared.
yeah.
Yeah, she's scared.
Oh, yeah.
She's scared.
So right now she just needs some.
But see, me,
Cut
I'm
buddies.
not scared.
I don't even need that.
She
I
don't
even
need that
them
either.
problems either.
Oh, God, no.
Please no.
I mean, at least it'll just be that. Let me get my rocks off and then you go
I
about
don't
your
even need
bed.
them rocks off.
No, because then she'll get attached.
No, I mean, hell, if you can't get yourself right in a relationship, you shouldn't even get attached.
No, yeah.
But I forgot that penis is powerful. Those
Pussy
peas.
powerful too.
No, I just said those
them
peas are
peas.
powerful. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. I can't say that on that. So, anyway, how wrong you got anything to say, my brother?
Right over it.
Right.
I'm just saying, love yourself. That's all it is.
Yeah, love
You don't
yourself.
have to do a prayer because you already have that established for yourself. Like, it'll come.
Exactly.
See,
You'll see it before it comes.
When you ready,
Yeah.
that's when it'll come.
people talking about a Sierra prayer. I don't think she damn had a prayer.
Yes, she
I
did.
think.
Yes, she
No, let me
did.
tell you what I think she had.
Every woman has a
Russell.
prayer.
Let me tell you what I think she had. I think she just changed her behavior.
That too. Well,
I don't think her behavior attracted a guy like Russell.
Russell said
But when
he's
she
been
was
checking
whoever
on
she
her,
was
though.
before, she got futures.
No,
No,
what
Russell
happened
been
was
checking
is
for
she
her.
changed her type, which is what I had to do.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Nah,
It ain't
it
changing
ain't.
your
Yes,
type.
it is.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it is.
It's not
Yes, it
changing
is.
your type. It's expanding your view.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you only
Okay.
looking right
I
here.
hate when he do that.
Okay.
That's bullshit. That's
You-
what
okay.
you're used to. Because that's what you're expecting out of yourself because you don't see yourself
On the other side.
at
Yeah.
a greater level.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Plan
Okay.
Okay.
So
We'll
once
give you
you
that.
start expanding here, then you're going to see, okay, this shit's actually better than the small time shit. I don't care what a nigga got. Money, car, whatever. But if he ain't getting you here, then what's the point? You got to view your world with different shades on.
You gotta look at shit different. Can't be thinking down here. We ain't the only one that
You
think
know
with
what I'm
our
saying?
P.
You
Y'all
can't
think with our
operate
P
at a
too.
lower level and expect greatness. How
Exactly.
can you do that? It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to just sit here and be like, oh, I'm just going to pray. This shit happened for me.
Exactly.
My prayer.
But what are
God
you gonna
answer
do?
My prayers.
But what are you going to do?
I ain't gonna front.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with prayer. I'm not
No,
saying that at
yeah.
all. But what are you going to do?
But by praying, you're opening your mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you got to work too.
You can pray and get up and do the
But
same
by opening
thing
your mindset,
That
you
is
working
true.
and have the
towards it.
same behavior.
That's why I say when after that relationship, if somebody did something, I'd be like, you know what? I ain't got time for you. I'm finna let you go. Because it was certain stuff that they were doing that I just was not cool with anymore. So now I'm dating somebody that's totally opposite. He polar opposite. Like if I was to take him home, my family like, oh my God, where did you meet him? Like,
yeah, he could be the total opposite in everything, but you can have your same behavior and mess up that totally opposite.
Exactly.
I don't have the same behaviors.
That's what I'm saying. So when they look at not only him and say, where you find him at, they're going to look at you and be like, oh, wow, she don't act like that no more.
I just told you they said
No, I'm
that.
saying that's what you said. They said that
Yeah.
it's behavior. It ain't got nothing to do with prayer.
No.
They didn't just magically, oh, I'm going to pop up somebody for you. I'm going to use an
Tell
example.
you what you want.
I seen it on that Aladdin commercial with Will Smith in the Aladdin movie. Remember the dude, he said, hey, I wish to be a prince.
Mhm.
And he was like, I just made you look like a prince. I didn't change who you was on the
You
inside.
talking Aladdin?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just quoted Aladdin.
But you said Will Smith. Will Smith wasn't
No, he the genie in Aladdin.
He the genie in the
he
little.
was the G. I thought.
Nah,
No,
he's the
he-
new Aladdin that about to come
Oh,
out.
okay. I'm tracking.
But he was just telling the dude, he was telling I forgot the dude name. He was just telling him, I made you look like a prince, but on the inside you still the same person. You got to learn how to change that person, and so you can be a prince from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? They can look at you and just say, oh yeah, that's a prince, and then you still insecure. You know.
I believe the words like affirmations. Affirmations walks the same line as prayers. By you putting that out there, you thinking that, you praying over that, you reflecting over that, it does change who you are on the inside because it makes you look at who you are.
But you don't think you'll get tested?
Yeah, you'll get tested,
Oh, yeah, you
and
gonna
that's
get
how you grow.
But you gotta work. You just
You
ain't
gotta
go get
work.
the shit and just I got it now. I'm good.
You got to keep working at it.
Yep.
You gotta operate on a different level, man. That's all it is. The small time shit ain't gonna cut it no more. Like we had a meeting earlier. Like the small time shit that we doing, it's not gonna cut it.
It's not gonna cut it.
The one
We
time
got
out of
this
week
much shit to do,
ain't gonna cut it.
but we trying to do it in this amount of time.
So how do you balance that with a relationship? Because that's
work.
You got to work, and you got to have a partner that's willing to work with you.
You gotta be a partner.
You got to be a partner. You got to be a team.
But a lot of people don't
Because-
understand that partnership
Yeah.
How
in
much
a
time do
relationship.
y'all dedicate to this?
We right now we do this one day out the week,
Okay.
but that one day it might take all day.
Okay, one day out the week.
One day out the week though,
one day
but
out of the week isn't bad.
No.
but it's some people that got a problem with that one day all day,
That's not bad though.
and I'm like,
It's like work.
it's already bad enough that we just only doing it for one day. But we got situations where people calling us, they want to work with us, they want us to come here, come there, and it's like, we can't do it because it's one day that we're working on it. So it's like, okay, that one day, hey, let's grind. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? But like we was talking about, no, we're gonna have to expand that. It's gonna have to be more than one day. We're gonna have to sacrifice. We working, we all working. We're gonna have to figure out something.
Right.
Because, and if we got a partner that's saying, I see what he's doing, I'm going to support that. Because that is going to play the big picture I see. We're going to be living good. Our kids going to be, our family's going to be good financially.
Yeah,
down
it's
the
gonna
line.
benefit everybody.
It's
Not
gonna
just
benefit
me,
everybody.
but everybody.
So let me put my feelings to the side. Let me get into grind mode. Matter of fact, let me help him make some shirts. Let me pass out some cards
Yeah.
for him. Let me be involved.
Let me help. Let me pick up the other side of that cross
Exactly.
and let's keep moving this shit.
And
Guess
you got
what?
a partner.
You got a
be like
dream.
that.
I'm gonna support and ride with that shit all the way.
Yep.
That's what I expect. It's not what I hope for. I expect that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
But you can get somebody now.
You gotta respect my grind and my hustle. If you don't respect that, then you gotta move on.
Yeah. And there's some people that'll block that. Some people see you trying to be great and they like, I can't do it.
And let them go.
They would rather have somebody who's not working like that, who's
Dependent.
lower level independent versus somebody who's really trying to build something. If I'm talking to you about legacies and generational wealth and you don't know where the hell I'm coming from, you just looking at like, I just want her to be straight.
No, this goes beyond that.
It goes beyond that. It's
Right.
it's a deeper conversation we gotta have. And not only am I talking about it, you see me moving on it. You supposed to be ride or die with that. You should be ride or die with it, but Some people just not there.
So if that person doesn't see the picture, do you have that conversation with them? Like, hey, this is my plan. This is my goal.
Do you do that from the beginning? You let them
Yeah,
know
you do it
off
from the
rip?
beginning.
Yeah, you do it.
And then, so at what point, when you see that they're not on the same page as you, at what point do you hand them that pink slip?
It's
They actions. I know they actions gonna show it. I'm gonna look more into actions.
that's for that person to decide.
Yeah, and then I'll leave it to that person.
Because
So-
you got a choice. Once that guy explains everything that he got, you got a choice at that moment. Like, okay,
Do I
am
wanna
I
stick
going
with
to be a
it?
part of it, or I don't want this type of relationship right now. Because this shit ain't going to last forever.
Some
Yeah.
people will, they know that, and they know that you're going down a path that they don't want to go down, and they'll still drag along with it
Yeah.
just to be a part of it.
Yep.
Yeah, but you going to be tested.
So
Yep.
what point is it test number 1 where you cut the cord?
He's going to detach by itself.
Yeah, I think he's gonna separate. Cause my patience, his patience is different than mine.
Yeah, Rock ain't got no picture.
He ain't got
Yeah,
none.
he ain't got no
Patience,
patience.
I got patience, but you got to deserve it. You got to earn that shit. You just ain't going to come in and be like, oh, I'm here. Look at me.
I'm here. I'm pretty.
Okay.
You gotta.
What you doing, though? I'm going to give you that time, but you got to earn that shit. Right now, especially right now with all this shit we got going on, this shit bigger than just a podcast.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than this shit. This is our life. You know what I'm saying? And if you gonna be a part of my life, we gotta get on board. We gotta create. Now it's the creating process. You gotta come in and you gotta be willing to create with me. It might not be for this. Show me something. Create a lane for yourself that we can put together. And we
Yeah.
gonna build and we gonna grow.
Because
You're not
everything
with
is
that,
coming
then I
off
gotta
of
let
this,
go.
and you might have a strength somewhere else, and I'm going into this business venture. Damn, my girl got this strength in this. Hey, baby, come up. Can you help me out with this? And you get in that, and you go the hell off. Hey, we build it.
A partnership.
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 So.
Again,
Okay.
we talking about the game.
Yeah.
I need my teammate up here.
Yeah.
You know?
So, respect and boundaries, man.
Straight
Look,
up.
man, we're gonna talk another hour, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Look, we're gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Been a good show. Thank you, ladies, for coming on and supporting.
You're
You know what I'm saying?
welcome.
It is so hard for some reason to get females on it, but I
can tell
appreciate
you why
y'all.
it's hard.
It ain't hard.
Okay.
They need us to come through a little bit more.
I'm gonna bring up those two words of accountability
Oh,
and females being. A lot of females don't want to be accountable, so they scared to come on because we're gonna put that light on you and be like, okay, tell
Ain't
the
no,
truth.
like,
Y'all didn't give me no choice. Y'all just threw me in there.
Yo, nah, Nick threw
so they
her
knew you
in there.
could handle it. They knew you could handle it.
Nah, Nick literally threw her. He literally like.
No lie.
I wasn't even expecting that. Like, okay, but I appreciate y'all coming through, man. You know, it's your boy B Rock. Here y'all talking about. Follow me at TBT_B Rock, and y'all can reach us at hashtag TBT Radio on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. Hashtag the symbol TBT Radio on all podcasts,
all
you know, iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, everything. Hot Rod,
Hot Rod.
what they can reach you at?
I can be reached on Instagram. TBT_ Hot Rod. Here y'all talking about.
And that's it. And Ace Boogie, giving them a shout out. Just give a shout out.
I want to shout out my girl Tip for pulling through
Okay,
and
I do a
actually
shout out.
doing the show.
She here.
She
I
here. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
She here.
Yeah, you can't. She said you were gonna come through,
And I did.
and you did on 420. She gave a date, and you actually came through.
I'm the friend that's reliable. I hold it down.
Oh, that's
If you didn't show up, that was gonna be your only opportunity.
Listen, and
That
she
shit
wasn't gonna let me live it down.
Straight
I
up.
thought y'all gonna be
I wasn't gonna let her live it down.
I know. That's why I was like, I got it.
Everybody can say
I
yeah.
want the record to show. I put in PTO for today.
Oh, hey.
I called off today.
Okay, well we in the same boat.
I'm supposed to be at that slave ship right now. I told them folks, you know what? My life is more important than this shit.
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice.
Fuck them folk.
But I appreciate that. We totally, us, the fellows here at Truth Be Told Radio, we appreciate your dedication. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully your words will encourage someone else and give someone that strength to speak out. You know what I'm saying? What you doing, the bad boy thing? Anyway, man, we gonna be out. Y'all check us out. Truth Be Told, baby, we out.